Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, I'm going to be reading for all 12 signs for the week of January 4th through the 10th. Of course, we are now in the first full week of 2026. I am live streaming on January 1st, 2026. So, Happy New Year to everyone. Guys, please remember we are multi streaming. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. All right. Let me make sure our sound is good. Guys, I will put timestamps in the description box immediately following the live stream. So if you're able to hang out with me, get comfortable. I'm going to try something different tonight, but I am going to try to get through them as quickly and smoothly as possible. If you're coming in and watching the replay, thank you so much for watching my video. You can find the timestamps in the description box if you scroll all the way down to the bottom. All right. So I know I said I'm going to try something a little bit different tonight. I've pulled out Dreams of Gaia. Dreams of Gaia was actually one of my first gifted tarot oracle sets. It is very much a tarot / oracle set. It's one of the rare ones that I've seen. So I'm going to use that tonight for our main spread. And then I'm going to clarify with some tarot and pull out some guidance from the Moonology Oracle. Guys, your biggest cosmic influence this week is going to be the Mars and Venus cazimi. So that's happening this week. Guys, a cazimi is when two planets come together and it looks like they're kissing right in front of the sun, right? They're in a conjunction, of course, but it's happening directly in front of the sun. So that energy is going to be super powerful. Welcome, Tim. The last time this happened, guys, this was February 2024. The last time we experienced a Mars cazimi. Vanessa, Jenna, welcome. I see everybody starting to come in. Guys, let me know, how does it sound? Let me know that it's okay. I'm totally panicking over here. Slightly, just a little. I am excited about using my Dreams of Gaia tonight. So I'm listening on my phone and I'm totally getting a little bit of like feedback. Let me know if you guys are getting that too. Sweet. Thank you guys. All right. So remember, this is how we're going to go. Fire signs, water signs, earth signs, air signs. I will break them down individually. And we're going to jump right in. Since everybody's saying sound is good, I'm going to go ahead and start. Let's do 343 because I've seen it for Aries. I do have the book for Dreams of Gaia because it was one of the first, tarot oracle cards that was gifted to me, but I don't use them very often. I do feel that Spirit's been asking me to use them more often, so I thought tonight would be perfect time to pull them out, get a little practice. But I am going to try to use my intuition more than the book, right? All right, Aries, here we go. Energy of the week, right out of the gate. Oh my goodness, we have the Death and Rebirth card. Strong Scorpio energy. It's also giving Mars, so strong masculine energy. Coincidentally, it's also my counterpart is Scorpio energy. King of Water is on the bottom. King of Water, King of Cups is my clue card for Divine Masculine. So Aries, right out of the gate, I'm getting strong masculine energy, strong counterpart energy. We are looking at the week of January 4th through the 10th. All Hope everybody's had a good New Year's. All right, we have Queen of Water. So that's my clue card for Divine Feminine. And it's coming out in your challenges or obstacle, Aries. So there could be some challenge when it comes to choosing yourself or knowing when your cup is depleted. I'm so glad this came out. I do see the child card on the bottom, so it's giving some inner child healing energy. Okay, so the Queen of Waters, Aries, coming in your challenges or obstacles is like Spirit's giving you the perfect opportunity. Guys, it is New Year's, right? How's everybody feeling? I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm cranky. The first thing that happened to me this morning, I went out the door and my battery died in my car and I had to get a jump. And I was like, man, what a great way to start 2026, right? But that's the thing, guys, is this is not really the beginning of the new year. I know we want to say it is. I know the calendar, yada yada. But it's really that Aries new moon. That's the beginning of the year, of the cycles, right? Of spring, when things first start, like feel like it's beginning. Right now, we're in the dead of winter. We're in the middle of winter. We're supposed to be resting. How many of you guys watched the ball drop last night? So I tried. I did. I looked it up. I don't have TV anymore. I stream everything. Plus, what is it called? Like a nomad now. I go from home to home and whatever. Um, so I'm back in Kentucky. But I stream everything I watch. So I went and found like the ball dropping in New York last night. And I had it set up on my phone. I was like, I'm gonna watch it, and then I knew, like, I guess about 7 o'clock, I knew I wasn't gonna make it. Like, it's not part of Rose's world anymore. In my world now, like, I'm in bed at 8 o'clock. So I didn't think I was, I thought, well, I'll set an alarm, right, and I'll get up and I'll watch it, while it's happening. So I'm, Central Time, and my silly butt sets an alarm for. 10 minutes to midnight or whatever. But the New York ball drops, at 11. And I forget that like every year, right? So I had to rewind the live stream. But I went back, I watched it. It was cool, neat. I used to have this thing that I thought that if I didn't watch the ball drop, that it was like bad luck for my year. I've since learned a lot of different things since then, right? But it's like everybody wants to get excited right now. Everybody wants to be like, oh my God, 2025 was so hard. It was so challenging. It was so exhausting. And it was. 2026 is a reset year, so we're all super excited about it. And it's like, can it get here fast enough, right? It's the 1 year. 2025 was hard because it was a 9 year. Guys, that's a challenging, in numerology, that's a very challenging, you're closing things out, and we don't like closure. Like, we as humans, as people, like, we like dragging shit out as long as possible. So it's challenging. So last year was very, very challenging. This year we get like the rewards for all the closure that we did, like all the removal of the things and people and places that weren't serving us, right? So it's like this year is the 1 year, and we get to see all the new things, and we've made space, and yada yada, all those things. But we're not there. Like, we're not there yet. I find it super interesting that the Aries new moon. Okay, so Aries is the first house in the zodiac, right? And the Aries new moon would be the first new moon of the new cycle, right? And that, coincidentally happens on my birthday, April 17th. So right now we're still a little bit away from April 17th. So it's like, we want to feel excited, and we want to feel like this jumpstart energy. And so many of us are making like resolutions right now. But it's hard. It's hard to find that motivation. And it's because we're supposed to be resting. We're in the middle of winter. What do bears do, right? They're resting. What are all the like vegetable, like what are all the like plants doing right now, right? Um, I'm just saying, like, we're supposed to be taking care of ourselves, resting, and preparing for the new cycle. And the funny part was, like, watching the ball drop and getting tired at 7 o'clock and being asleep, I know, by 8. Um, Spirit wasn't going to let me stay up all night. Like, it wasn't going to happen, right? There was no, like, big party. I was at a friend's. We played Farkle. I don't know if you guys know that dice game. It's super fun. But like I said, around 7:30, we were done. It was like, okay, that's it. That's enough for us. And, we were headed to bed. So, I don't know. I think that we need to give ourselves a little grace. The Queen of Cups is knowing when to rest, when to take care of yourself. That's what I was going to say. Spirit made me rest. Like, I didn't stay up all night. Um, and then I also took a nap. Like, I took a nap on Christmas. I took a nap on New Year's Eve, and then I took a nap today. So I'm just saying, like, rest is important. That's what's happening right now, collectively. So Aries, back to the Aries reading, longest Aries reading ever. Queen of Cups being in your challenges or obstacles says that you are struggling when knowing when your cup is depleted. You're struggling to choose yourself. You're struggling to love yourself unconditionally. I think it's just you're pushing yourself too hard. And death and rebirth is your energy of the week because you're at this like ending, right? The ending of 2025. You're you know, it's not until Aries season, that Aries new moon. You're in a time of closure. I feel like you could be creating something that's bigger than you, Aries, and the rest is going to be really important. All right, let's look at lesson learned to help you with challenge or obstacle. We have the 8 of Air. The thing that sticks out to me is he has a sword on in each hand. One hand, the sword is upside right, and the other hand, the sword is stabbing him. It's pointed down and stabbing into his hand. It is giving me this strong energy of the importance of balance, the cost of imbalance. And this is lesson learned. The interesting part about this Queen of Water or Queen of Cups energy from the Dreams of Gaia, there's a crab underneath, of course, signifying the Cancer energy. Which confirms the energy of unconditional love, self-care, rest. Tim says his is the 19. All right, we have the 5 of Air. A lot of air energy, Aries. He's coming out for your potential outcome. Body and mind is on the bottom. So again, it's going to have something to do with balance, right? I'm strongly seeing the excuse me, the yin yang. All right, I have to look up the 5 of Air. I was trying to get through it on my intuition alone. But the 5 of Air, let me describe it. She's wearing a blindfold and she's holding a mask with a face. And the dragonflies are sticking out to me. It looks like she has wings. Okay, so 5 of air keywords are illusion, reality, separation, self-sabotage. That's it, Aries. Ooh. Self-deception, criticism, conditioning, and healing. I feel like if you looked up the word Aries in the what's that book that has the definitions? Have mercy. You know what I'm talking about. Dictionary. Oh, jeez, oh Pete, Rosa. But I think if you looked up Aries, you would see like we criticize, right? Like that's what Aries does. And as harshly as Aries criticizes, Aries will criticize themselves harsher, even more harsh. How do I say harsher? Or, I do speak English. It says I'm a Cancer, North Node and Rising. And your dad is a Cancer sign. Aries, I think you're pushing yourself. I think that you're overdoing. I think that this week Spirit's going to show you the importance of rest. And here's the thing. And this could just be for some of you Aries out there. Like, I'm really hoping it's not for me. Like, I've been paying attention. I've been taking naps when Spirit says it's time to rest. Like, Um, but, uh, um, like today I thought about rescheduling because I woke up from a nap. I had a headache. You ever happened to you? Like, I don't know. I'm not normally a nap person, so it's like I'm still trying to get used to that. And I was thinking, like, should I reschedule? Should I push it back? But I'm trying to be consistent. You know, YouTube gets mad, so I was like, I'll just take some aspirin and hopefully we'll, just knock it out, which I did, and here we are. But I do feel like there's times where I'm wanting to do more, and it's not needed, or it's not time. It's not time. That's the Aries thing. Is like we want to push everything. We want everything now. So I was gonna say forced vacation. A forced vacation is sometimes when you catch a cold and suddenly you're in bed and you're having to eat chicken noodle soup. More harshly. All right. Sandra gifted me these magical crystal unicorn tarot. This one I'm going to clarify with. All right, the Fool comes out, Aries, for the Death and Rebirth card. It's trying to do something different this time, Aries. Start a new cycle. Quit repeating the same old cycle. The same old cycle is you're criticizing yourself. You're too hard on yourself. You are pushing yourself too hard. It's time to rest. This is the time to rest. I know it's New Year's. Happy New Year's, yay. If you want to make New Year's resolutions, all those types of things, that's great. But really, we should be resting and planning. Resting and planning. All right, so Queen of Water was in challenge or obstacle. King of Pentacles comes out. So again, that's just proof that you're just doing too much. The 8 of Air was your lesson learned. 8 of Cups, which again is just confirmation. You need to stop. I want to say stop doing something the same way. Stop repeating the same cycle. Make a different choice. Make a different choice. So 8 of Cups is the card that we say is the walking away card. But it's also the card that says you're going towards your 2 of Cups. And 2 of Cups is equal effort. So Aries, you're overdoing. You're doing too much. You need to find more equal effort. All right. And then potential outcome, you had the 5 of Air. which was criticism. I believe you're being too hard on yourself. Queen of Cups comes out. Big confirmation again. Thank you, Spirit, for having my back. Beautiful Aries reading. Okay, so Queen of Cups, again, is needing to choose yourself. Needing to be kind to yourself. Needing to give yourself unconditional love, compassion, understanding. Needing to take care of number one first so that you can take care of others. All right, King of Swords is on the bottom. I do feel it's possible there could be some communication for you, Aries, especially if we're talking twin flame, if we're talking counterpart energy. If that's the case, then I think it's going to be about facing harsh truths. I just made a chocolate mug cake. Jenna, I gave my brother-in-law a Reese's mug cake. Thought it was so cool. Okay, so here's guidance, moonology, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Aries, I do feel that this has something to do with something that you're creating, something that you're building. I felt that with the death and rebirth card coming out because it shows this huge golden egg. It also shows this huge snake wrapped around the egg. I should have mentioned that earlier, Aries. We just finished 2025, right? It is in numerology, 2025. It was the snake year in the Chinese stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And then this year it's the horse, right? So the snake was all about so you could see people for who they really are. So you could shed old things that weren't serving you, that can't go with you where you're going. People, places, things, belief systems, bad habits, that type of thing. So I think you're building something. I think you're creating something, Aries. I think that 2025 was all about shedding all of that. And I think Spirit's asking you to focus on you and choose you so that you don't repeat the same cycles. Rosa just got big spankings. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries is on the bottom. And that's it. That's the moon, guys. I'm telling you, big confirmation again. Thank you, Spirit. So that whole thing I just got done talking about, how we're still in the middle of winter, is going to be really important. Like, stop beating yourselves up. Rest. Every time your body calls for rest, rest. Plan. Journal. Write things down. Prepare yourself for that Aries new moon, April 17th. Circle the date. All right. Okay, so I think they turned out okay. Aries was a little longer than I expected, but I got to talk about, stop beating yourselves up because it's the new year. How many of you feel like that? Like it's Happy New Year. I'm supposed to be doing all this stuff, but I feel tired or finding it hard to find motivation, or feeling like you need to be resting more. Vanessa says, I just made a chocolate cake for my boy's birthday, but the cocoa fell out of the cupboard. Not a pretty sight. Well, Vanessa, happy birthday to your son. Tim says, me. Paid to have my driveway shuffled because I was too tired. Good job. That's self-care. I'm just saying. Where you at, Jenna? How much snow? Okay, I didn't mean for the Aries to be that long. Have mercy. Bitterly cold out. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to do 2502 for Leo. All right, Leo, this is for January 4th through the 10th. Your biggest cosmic influence is going to be the Mars and Venus cazimi. I feel like Leo is going to have a pretty impactful year 2026. Jupiter is moving into Leo, guys. Jupiter is good luck, good fortune, expansion. It's also like the wheel of time. So it's like you've been waiting for something to happen or waiting for it to be time for something to happen. 2026 Leo. All right, so I'm using Dreams of Gaia. Energy of the week, January 4th through the 10th for Leo. Ooh, one of my favorite cards. We have the Four of Air coming out. It shows this man with like all of these charts and clocks around him. It gives me this energy of like time travel, or it gives me this energy of like timeline shifting. All right, we have three of air coming out for your challenge or obstacle. It's actually the card of he's looking through a book. It looks like he's studying, like trying to gain knowledge. All right, lesson learned. We have the Ace of Air, Leo, and potential outcome. Wow, Leo, we have the Six of Air, all air cards, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Six of Air is about duality. Um, it's about alignment. It's purification. King of Water is on the bottom. King of Water, again, is my clue card for Divine Masculine. It's King of Cups. It's about having control of your emotions, being able to balance your emotions. Your emotions don't control your actions. Leo, you're going through some type of timeline shift. It's almost like you manifested it with your thoughts. It's almost like you've learned something, gained something. That Ace of Air in your lessons learned is feeling like new clarity, new understanding, of course, but it's almost feeling like downloads, activations. Ooh, that's it, activations. It's like you've been studying, maybe you've been studying about timeline shifting. I mean, for some of you, this could be about divine timing, especially with the Six of Air being your outcome. Think of that like Six of Swords energy, like being guided by spirit, right, to calmer waters. And it's like you listened, you followed spiritual guidance. But you still have the challenge of or obstacle of the Three of Air, which means you still have some healing to do. You still have some learning to do. All right, Leo, let's pull some tarot. Natalie, welcome. All right, let's look at that Four of Air. We have Ace of Wands. That's fate. It's destiny. Whatever the timeline jumping, whatever timeline shifting, whatever you're doing with time, Leo, something is happening. And it's fate. It's destiny. Three of Air. We have Two of Pentacles. Yes, there's still more to be done. It's like you still don't quite have your footing. You're learning, you're gathering, you're getting information. I just threw that card clear across the room. The Hermit. for Ace of Air, or I mean, yes, Ace of Air. So that was in your lessons learned to help you with your challenge or obstacles. And I said, like, you're getting clarity, you're getting understanding. I said, you're getting downloads, you're getting activations. The Hermit is very spiritual card, right? It's like Spirit is giving you activation. Spirit's activating you. This could be like third eye activations as well. How many of you feel like 2025 was the year of the rose-colored glasses being removed? I feel like that was huge for me. And not just removed, but like completely taken off, stomped on, broken. You can't put them back on. There's something about that. Like you've learned something, you've gained something. Whatever the more you need to learn is about that Two of Pentacles, which is about feeling stretched, not enough to go around. That could be anything. That could be like having lack energy mindset. That could be giving too much of your energy away. I think that may be it, Leo. Because your potential outcome is the Six of Air. It shows the chakra staff. It's this energy of balance, ascension, clarity, flow. Four of Swords comes out. Four of Swords is like redirection. I feel like redirection. I mean, that's big confirmation. I feel like you're going, Leo, some type of timeline shift. The Magician is on the bottom. So again, confirmation. Like you thought about this. You studied something. You learned something. Guys, Leo is my second house. I'm like, heck yeah. All right, Leo, let's pull some guidance. Ooh. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. We do have some eclipses coming this year. We get to talk about those pretty soon. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini is on the bottom. Definitely super close to something you've manifested, Leo. Timeline jumping, ascension, alignment as well. I think the last thing you need to learn is going to be about finding some type of balance, not over giving, and keeping a positive mindset. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, so we've done Aries and Leo. We have Sagittarius next. Jenna says, I'm wanting to hibernate. Did I see it say, was it Massachusetts? Is that what I saw out there? I want to say I seen some snow measurements. Yes, 4 inches. Love it. Where I'm at, we get like a dusting. And I mean like a centimeter, and school is closed. But I used to live in Colorado for a little while, so I'm really, I've seen a lot of snow, like normal, like real snow. So like I've seen it like snow 3 feet like overnight, right? So like when it snows and it's like a dusting, I'm just like, it's just a nuisance. You know what I mean? Like if it doesn't cover the grass, I'm upset. All right, Sagittarius. Guys, where is Sagittarius on your chart? Sagittarius is my 6th house. My moon is in Sagittarius. All right, 3440. This is going to be for the week of January 4th through the 10th. We do have the Mars and Venus Cazimi happening this week. Guys, that energy is the strongest, the 6th through the 9th. The 6th through the 9th. All right, I'm using Dreams of Gaia. Energy of the week, we have the 10 of Air. 10 of Air is portal energy. Again, ascension. Again, I see the third eye. So this could be energy of brow chakra activation, third eye activation. I see the youth card coming out for your challenge or obstacle. You have the 6 of Earth coming out for your lesson learned. And the 10 of Water is coming out for your potential outcome. I do see the masculine, feminine card. It's the 11 of Fire. Giving strong twin vibes, giving strong 11-11 vibes. A lot of twin energy in these readings tonight. Tim says Lilith, 5th house, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. So I do, again, feel like there's some type of time, movement energy, portal energy, especially with that 10 of Air coming out for your energy of the week. The youth in your challenge or obstacle, in the Dreams of Gaia, the youth card shows this young man with this walking stick and his dog. Excuse me. And it looks like they're sitting, like on the edge of this mountain. And it's almost like he's looking out, trying to get a clear view of his path, like where he's walking to next, where he's going next, where his journey is going to take him. It is this energy of like young energy, new energy, beginning of a journey type of energy. And it's in your challenges or obstacles. So it's like not knowing a whole lot, right? Like not having a lot of information about something, being new to you. Your lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle is the 6 of Earth. The 6 of Earth gives me, for one, I know we're talking to Sagittarius, but it gives me strong Taurus energy. But it talks about responsibility and duty. It talks about feeling like you're tied to something, like there's something that you're supposed to be doing, some type of job or something you're devoted to. So it's like you're going through ascension, awakening. I do feel like there's some new part to your journey that's happening, but I feel like you see it as part of your responsibility, part of the job, part of the chore. Service. That's the word. Service is a much better word. And then the 10 of Water coming out as your potential outcome is all about surrender. It's all about surrender. The sea turtle is sticking out to me in that card. But that is what's happening here, Sagittarius. I do feel that this is someone who is surrendering to their purpose, who understands that there's some new path, there's some new beginning here, and it's their responsibility to take this journey, to start this new path. All right, let's clarify a little bit for Sagittarius. We have King of Swords coming out. King of Swords is it's taking action, but it's with the mind. It's finding clarity and understanding. But kings always take action. So it's like you're using your thoughts, you're using your words. With the Youth card, we have the High Priestess. And again, falling in your challenges or obstacles. So I feel like that's confirmation. Maybe you feel like you're not ready. Maybe you feel like you don't know everything yet. The Six of Cups comes out for lesson learned to help you challenge your obstacle. The Six of Cups is a gift. It could be energy again of your youth, of your childhood. It could also be reunion energy. And then for the surrendering as your potential outcome, Sagittarius, you have Six of Swords. So big confirmation there for Sagittarius. Six of Swords we talked about earlier in the live. Being guided to calmer waters, being guided by spirit. So you're definitely surrendering to spirit, to service, to your purpose. It's very possible this feels new to you, but you do have Three of Cups on the bottom. Three of Cups is soul tribe, soul family. And one thing I will say that I can, without a doubt, because I've experienced it myself, the more you surrender, the more that the people that are meant to be with you on your journey are drawn to you. Does that make sense? All right, expect powerful change. New moon eclipse comes out for Sagittarius. And bottom of the deck, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Guys, make sure you're tapping that like button for me. I feel like YouTube's been a little stingy with the like button the last few weeks. All right, we're going to move on to the water signs. I'm going to start with Cancer. I am a Cancer rising. So my chart starts with Cancer. Deborah Williams. Deborah, are you a Leo? All right, Cancer, let's do 4343. So the number synchronicity could be significant. This is for the week of January 4th through the 10th. I don't know, Cancer, 4s or 3s, you pick. We do have that Mars and Venus cazimi. It's very much like the masculine and the feminine kiss. Right in front of the sun. There's a lot of passion with this energy. It's very fiery. I say they kiss in front of the sun because I want to be like romantic and cute about it. But I mean, it's very, the masculine and the feminine are going head to head, toe to toe. There's lots of ways you could say it, right? But they are coming together right in front of the sun. That's what a cazimi is. Mars, strongly represents masculine. Venus strongly represents feminine. I don't know, Cancer. There's something about that. That's the energy. All right. Dreams of Gaia. Let's pull your energy of the week. All the air cards coming out tonight. All right. So the 9 of air is your energy of the week. Ooh, here's some earth energy. The 9 of earth is your challenge or obstacle. Ooh, Cancer. The 5 of fire. The 5 of fire is your lesson learned. That's a challenging card in Dreams of Gaia. And the crone is your potential outcome. Someone comes head to head, toe to toe with Cancer. How dare they? Who dare they? All right, we do have the 3 of water. 3 of water is forced surrender. You still feel bound and tied. Could also be energy of emotional ties, emotional bonds. The energy is very emotional, clearly. All right, let's go over it. Cancer, 9 of air, challenge, energy of the week. Again, I'm going to have to get the book, but I'm getting Ascension. Her third eye is what's sticking out to me the most. All right, so keywords for Cancer's 9 of air: self-awareness, universal consciousness, understanding, insight, vision. Nine of earth is your challenge, your obstacle. What's sticking out to me the most in the 9 of earth, it shows this woman. It looks like she's holding a bowl of some sort, a dish. It's almost like she's trying to, I almost said serve, but it's like give something. It's in challenge or obstacle. 9 of earth keywords are generosity, charity, giving, selflessness, benevolence. 5 of fire is a battle. I mean, it's a clear battle. It's 2 pictures of 2 fiery men. Very, like, the muscles are sticking out to me, battling each other. It could also be energy of like overpowering, bullying. Keywords are rivalry, competition, bullying. And then the crone is your outcome. It's like you're the bigger person. You it's like someone tries to overpower you or bully you or something like this, and it's someone that maybe you've overgiven to, Cancer. But the crone is the outcome, and she's holding the staff. It's this energy of like, you're not one to be messed with, Cancer. It's like, I don't know, there's something about this crone card. Like, you don't have any fear. You're very confident in who you are. I will say I'm using Dreams of Gaia. You can look it up. The 11 is the Crone card. It is a mixture of tarot and oracle, Dreams of Gaia. The Crone card is one of those, what would be considered an oracle in this set. There is what looks to be like a smaller person, a younger person, maybe even a child. In the far back, the moon is above her. It's this energy like you've come this far. You're no longer this child. There could definitely be a child involved, but it's more than that. It's like, and you could also be protecting a child, Cancer. But it's more than that. It's like you've gained wisdom and knowledge in the journey that you've went through. So whoever is trying to rival you or compete with you, it's like they don't. There's no. They don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. It is very possible that the energy of overgiving could be an issue, Cancer. I think that's it because the energy of the week is this 9 of air, this enlightenment, right? This clarity. So it's like you finally see where you've been overgiving. All right, Ace of Swords comes out for the 9 of air. So big confirmation, new clarity, new understanding. 9 of Cups comes out, divine wishes being granted. You want to give because maybe wishes were granted or you want to help someone grant their wishes. 4 of Swords does say there is a redirection. Then there's a time of healing that's needed. And the crone is the high priestess. Look at you, Cancer. Absolutely amazing. This is a beautiful energy. This is a beautiful reading. This is 6 of Cups is on the bottom. Again, strong reunion energy. Again, it could also be like a gift that's given. I kind of feel that, Cancer. I feel this energy like you've gained some type of wisdom, some type of knowledge. You're now in this crone energy. Nothing can really touch you. I feel like, it doesn't mean that people and things don't try, but I feel like someone could receive a harsh lesson. It's almost like, Cancer, someone could be mistaking your kindness for weakness. And you may get clarity in that this week. Like you may find out who is mistaking your kindness for weakness. All right, let's pull Moonology Oracle for guidance for Cancer. Hold your vision, the fixed moon, and a new start is coming, the new moon. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. I definitely got that energy of hold your ground. Be cautious of the overgiving. And guys, that's that Cancer full moon, right? So today is the 1st. Cancer full moon comes in on the 3rd. We're looking at the week right after. So, I mean, it's not too shocking to see the Cancer energy come up for Cancer's reading, right? And that's what the Cancer new moon or full moon is doing, is it's illuminating where our emotions are not, like where our feelings are not seen or heard. All right, Scorpio is next. I'm shuffling that masculine feminine card comes out. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's timestamp. Let's do 5511. This is going to be for the week of January 4th through January 10th, 2026. And your biggest cosmic influence this week will be that Mars and Venus gazini. That just means that the masculine and feminine energies are meeting up. Let's see what that means for Scorpio. I'm going to start out with Dreams of Gaia. And I'm looking at your energy of the week. Again, January 4th through the 10th. We have the Three of Earth coming out. We have the Youth card again coming out in your challenges or obstacle. We have Perception coming out for your lesson learned. Ooh. And we have the Four of Fire coming out for your outcome. I do see the Ace of Earth on the bottom. It's giving me a really strong grounding energy, like get your footing, ground yourself, be centered in who you are. The Three of Earth coming out for your energy of the week, Scorpio, is about planting seeds. And then it's about the work that you have to do when you plant those seeds. It's about the harvesting. It's all of it, the whole process, right? The Youth card coming out in your challenges or obstacles, Scorpio. For you, this could have something to do with youth that's around you, young people that's around you. This could have something to do with children. And then Perception in your lesson learned is about seeing something, of course, from a different perception. Or it's possible, Scorpio, because this card is so dark. It looks like a woman wearing this dark black dress, and it even looks like she's in the underworld, right? And she's wearing this very intricate mask, and she's holding this giant sword. I think it's more like Hanged Man energy is supposed to be the idea, and it is a major arcana in the Dreams of Gaia. But what I'm picking up from it is more about like you see things differently than most people do. You see the darkness easier than most people do. You're Scorpio, right? All right, so the Four of Fire is your potential outcome. The Four of Fire keywords are action, concentration, focus, application, increased skill. It's also work ethic, Scorpio. I think that this week you get some type of idea on how to help someone who is confused about where their journey is taking them, or where they're supposed to be, or where they're going. It's almost like you encourage them, you cheer them on, you give them motivation, you give them inspiration. You're planting these seeds. And the outcome is some type of fiery action. I feel like it's building to some type of climax. In the picture, he's pulling back this arrow and aiming this arrow. It's like there's sudden direction, sudden focus. Suddenly know what to do, where to go. All right, the world comes out for the Three of Earth, where you're planting seeds. I think it's an opportunity. This week you get an opportunity. The Youth card, Two of Swords. So whoever this young energy is someone who's, again, not sure where to go, maybe feeling stuck, can't see an out, but you see the out. King of Wands comes out. This is about taking courageous, passionate action. King of Wands is also someone who's really confident in themselves. Like Spirit could be saying that you really need to step up your game when it comes to what you think about yourself or how you believe in yourself, especially if you're helping others. Do have two cards coming out for the potential outcome. Queen of Wands and Nine of Swords. It's you. You're the one that has to be courageous. You're the one that can't let fear and anxiety and depression slow you down or hold you back. Scorpio, I don't know why you're scared, but you're going to have to stand up for yourself or someone. You're either fighting for yourself or you're fighting for someone. Nine of Cups is on the bottom. It does say that divine wishes are granted. Queen of Wands is be confident in who you are. All right, Moonology to close it out for Scorpio. A fiery climax approaches. What did I say? Full moon in Aries. We do have new moon in Aries is the one that I keep talking about. Step out of your comfort zone. The North Node is on the bottom. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Scorpio can be dealing with a little bit of imposter syndrome. That kind of Wands, like thinking, like, who am I to say? But Spirit's, clearly giving you some type of, you're somebody. It's this energy too, like if Spirit puts you there, I mean, that you're not there alone, right? It's also giving that energy, like, what is that? Like God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle type of energy. All right, Pisces is next. Okay. Ooh, big yawn. All right, let's do 104.24 for Pisces. All right, Pisces, this is going to be for January 4th through the 10th. And your biggest cosmic influence is going to be the Mars and Venus Cazimi. And it's very much this energy of masculine and feminine coming together, coming head to head. toe-to-toe type of energy. Last time this happened, Pisces, February 2024. So think back at that time as well. What happened around then could give you some clues. All right. I'm going to start out Dreams of Gaia. Let's get your energy of the week. We have the Ace of Fire coming out. The spider is the first thing that sticks out to me, Pisces. It's kind of like the web that we weave type of energy. It could have something to do with your dreams as well, like envisioning your dreams or creating your dreams or manifesting your dreams. All right, Pisces, challenge or obstacle. We have the Union card coming out. How interesting. This could be Pisces struggling to find inner union, inner balance. All right, lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle. We have the Nine of Water. The Nine of Water. Queen of Fire coming out for your potential outcome. And again, I'm seeing the masculine, feminine, 11 of Fire on the bottom. All right, so I do feel that the Union card has something to do with inner union. I definitely have to look up that Nine of Water. Ooh, I opened right up to it. How interesting. All right, let me see. Some keywords for the Nine of Water and Dreams of Gaia are gratitude, appreciation, positivity, pride, and harmony. Wrong. Illumination, acceptance, openness, emotional enlightenment, strength. It also has fear and ignorance. Queen of Fire, again, is going to be like Queen of Wands. Courage. I heard the word independence. There could be fear of doing something on your own here, Pisces. That's why union is in your challenges or obstacle. Maybe you think you can't do something without your counterpart energy. And Spirit's trying to say this whole journey is about inner union. It could be something that simple. Let's pull some tarot for Pisces. All right, Pisces. The Ace of Fire, we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is fate, destiny. Again, your dreams. Something that you're manifesting. Something that you're weaving. Union, we have Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is freedom, liberation. It's also about breaking free from something. And it is my clue card for a breakup. All right, the Nine of Water, we have Two of Cups. Equal effort, partnership, coming together, working together. There's some type of fear when it comes to a partnership, Pisces. Maybe there's fear somebody won't show up or won't do their part. All right, Queen of Fire, we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords says, don't be scared to communicate. Page of Swords is someone's watching, but they're fearful to say something. Page of Swords is higher learning, wanting to know more. Page of Swords is the very first step to communication. Queen of Wands is on the bottom. Queen of Wands is about having confidence in yourself. Pisces, I think yours has something to do with communication, something to do with doing something on your own. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. And bottom of the deck, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it right there. Hope that reading was helpful. Okay, guys, that's going to be air, fire, and water. Next, I'm going to do earth and air. I'm really liking the Dreams of Gaia set. All right, Taurus, let's timestamp. Let's do 1/10/31 for Taurus. And this is going to be for the week of January 4th through the 10th. Mars and Venus Cazimi. Highlighting the week, the 6th through the 9th is going to be the most potent Cazimi energy. And let's see how that turns out for Taurus. All right, energy of the week. We have that card that I can't pronounce. I knew it was going to come out. The Sensential. Okay, so remember, Dreams of Gaia is like a mixture of tarot and oracle. This is one of those, what they would consider an oracle card. I knew it was going to come out. I can't pronounce it, and I don't know. All right, I'm looking it up. Let's see. It's taking me forever. I know. I'm sorry. Okay, so it has major arcana and minor arcana. But the seneschal, I can't say this word, is actually like an extra card in the earth energy. So in the pentacles energy. And each energy, each element does have like this extra. So not like a page, not like a knight, but something even more than that. I wish I could say it right. I wish I could find it in the book. That would be great. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Have the mercy. Yeah, it's supposed to be like, okay, I'm supposed to look at it. All right. So the thing that sticks out to me is her eyes seem like they're fogged over. Like she can't see. Yeah, it's starting to like frustrate me. I found it, finally. Servant, administrator, mediator, justice, law, trustworthy, loyal. I don't know what that has to do with the picture. Service to a higher purpose. Loyalty to authority. Speaking for others. Challenge or obstacle for Taurus. Healing. Lesson learned. The scribe. Potential outcome. Thought. So two major arcana is coming out, the healing and the thought. The scribe, the 12 of air, is knowledge, gaining spiritual knowledge. Clearly the first card is throwing me off. Ace of air is on the bottom. So there is some confusion. I mean, I feel like her eyes being widened out like that. Like there's no pupil, like she can't see. That's what's sticking out to me the most. Taurus, you could be someone who has a lot of spiritual knowledge. you could be someone who is some type of healer. You could be helping other people heal by giving them spiritual knowledge. Maybe the spiritual knowledge that you've learned through your journey, maybe the mediator, like maybe through channeling. I think it's about you, though. I think you're healing your thoughts, how you think about things. Maybe this is about staying positive or keeping positive thoughts or not letting your emotions run away. I feel like there's something that where you used to get very emotional and you would just run, and something's happening to us where you're having to face those emotions. You're having to stay positive. But there's something like where you're not able to run. It's like you have to stay in order to heal something. All right, energy of the week, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is lost, but it's also alchemy. It's alchemy. What did you gain? Four of Wands comes out. Four of Wands is union. It is 11-11. This could be someone coming into union. This could be someone balancing themselves in order to have a firm foundation. Ten of Swords, you're learning how to close cycles and chapters. This could be like generational curses. And the Seven of Pentacles. Whatever your thoughts are about, okay, here's what your thoughts are about. Here's why you're struggling with positive and negative thoughts. Taurus, you've been working on something for a very long time. Seven of Pentacles. And it's this energy of, I feel like I should be there already. I feel like it should be done already. And Seven of Pentacles is a card that says you're almost there. But one thing that I think people forget about a lot when it comes to Seven of Pentacles is that something is already there. Like something you've been working so hard that there's actually something that you can begin to harvest now. You don't want to over harvest, but there is something that you can begin to harvest now. And this could be the week where you get shown where all your hard work, which I think is this Ten of Swords, like breaking generational curses, healing, building a true and firm foundation. But it's like you're going to be able to see the positives of that this week, like the rewards, the outcome. What did it get you? All right, Taurus. Guidance, work through your fears. It's new moon in Scorpio. Bottom of the deck, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. That's it, right? All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. If it was, guys, make sure to tap that like button for me. We got Virgo next. Virgo is my third house. My North Node is in Virgo. All right, let's timestamp. Let's do 120:01 because I've seen it for Virgo. And this is for January 4th through the 10th. We do have Mars and Venus Cazimi happening this week. And let's see what that means for you. Virgo, energy of the week. I'm using Dreams of Gaia. We have the Nine of Fire. Love comes out for your challenge or obstacle, major arcana, and dreams of Gaia. And the Six of Water comes out for your lesson learned. And potential outcome, we have the Counselor, another major arcana. Wrong, it's one of those extras. It's going to be the 12 of Water. I do see the 6 of Air. The 9 of Fire is giving some type of like passion, desire, wishing for something. Love in your challenge or obstacle, Virgo, is probably what the wishing is about or for. Lesson learned is the 6 of Water. It's needing to give, needing to, it looks like she's underneath the water and she's handing you this necklace with this heart on it. It's this energy of opening yourself up, opening your heart. It's vulnerability, Virgo. It's vulnerability. And the Counselor is your potential outcome. The Counselor gives me energy. Okay, so in tarot, the King of Cups is my counselor, mentor, therapist, coach, right? King of Cups is someone who's like balanced in their emotions. There's some balance needed, Virgo. It's like you're wanting something from someone, but you're not willing to open up yourself, or you're struggling to be vulnerable yourself. All right, the Two of Pentacles comes out, but it did try to fly out in reverse. Two of Pentacles is like being stretched in too many directions. I feel like you're putting too much pressure on something. That's what I'm picking up there. The Love card in your challenge or obstacles, we have Six of Pentacles. So in balance, because again, Six of Pentacles is normally balance, but it's in your challenges or obstacles. So Virgo, I feel like there's imbalance. You're putting too much focus on this, either a person, a situation. King of Pentacles comes out. King of Pentacles is like taking responsibility. So for it to come out on lesson learned, which is about where I felt like it's about vulnerability, it's like you're wanting someone to open up, but you yourself are not wanting to open up or be vulnerable. Two of Wands does come out for the counselor, so it does say you have a very important decision. Two of Wands is also a card for me about expectations. The Magician is on the bottom. It's like something about the tables turning, Virgo. I feel like you could have been in control about something for quite some time. Maybe getting your way in a certain situation. And it's like now you're going to have to be the one that opens up. Maybe you're going to have to be the one to give. Maybe you're going to have to be the one to be vulnerable. All right, Virgo, let's pull some guidance from the Moonology Oracle. Your dreams need a practical plan. It's full moon in Taurus. And on the bottom, the answers you need are coming. It's full moon in Gemini. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. We're going to do Capricorn next to wrap up the earth signs. I feel like it's gonna be the same 2 hours. That Aries reading got me. All right, let's timestamp Capricorn. Let's do 125.44 for Capricorn. And this is going to be for January 4th through the 10th. You do have your biggest cosmic influence, which is going to be Mars and Venus Cazimi. And that is happening this week. Let's start energy of the week, dreams of Gaia for Capricorn. I do see the 6 of Earth coming out. In your challenges or obstacle, I have the 7 of Fire. In your lesson learned, I have the 7 of Earth. And potential outcome, I have 9 of Water. I do see the Ace of Fire on the bottom, which is again about fate, destiny, manifestation, dreams, and desires. All right, I'm going to have to look a couple of them up. Remember, guys, we're using Dreams of Gaia. Beautiful set of tarot / oracle. The 6 of Earth, again, is about like being chained to responsibility, to duty, to service. The 7 of Fire is about wanting something, desires, not getting your way about something. The 7 of Earth shows this man in the lotus position with the chakras. I was just going to say something about the chakras because I put it in the video. Guys, you can find the chakra balance reading over on my website. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, you're definitely missing out. And of course, links are always in the description box. But the chakras lighting up on him is what's sticking out to me. The snake, of course, wrapped around his neck is also sticking out to me. It is this energy, like it's saying that we talked about 2025 being the year of the snake, right? So it's like in 2025, you became very centered. You learned how to become very centered, very grounded in yourself. You learned how to clear your chakras, how to balance yourself, because this is lesson learned. The 9 of Water is your potential outcome. Keywords for 9 of Water: illumination, acceptance, openness, courage, fear. Capricorn, there's something about your own divination, your own spiritual abilities, your own practices that are giving you a challenge or obstacle. And I think it's because you're not grounded in who you are. Maybe you don't believe in your abilities. Maybe you don't feel that you have the knowledge or the wisdom. There's something about this week. I mean, if I'm talking to someone on the twin flame journey, you definitely could be looking to counterpart energy. The energy of the week, the 7 of Earth seems very strong, masculine. The challenge or obstacle, the 7 of Fire, seems very strong, feminine. It's very possible I could be talking to the feminine energy and you feel like you need the masculine energy to ground in yourself, to root in yourself, to feel centered, to feel like you're magical, to feel like you have abilities or powers, to be able to tap into those abilities or powers, Capricorn. I think this week, there's something about the way the 9 of Water is looking up towards the sky. where this light is beaming down on her. It's almost like this week you look to spirit to help you ground in your abilities, in your spiritual abilities, in what you've learned in your awakening, what you've gained. Seven of Pentacles coming out for the Seven of Earth, the Earth, Six of Earth. There is this energy of impatience, not sure what to do with all of your hard work. The Seven of Fire is the World. You have a new opportunity to do something. I get this energy with the Seven of Fire, like you're not getting your way about something, like there's something you want and it's not coming to you the way that you want it. It's very possible that you get a new opportunity to take a different action. And here's another thing I'm getting, Capricorn. And I know this, like, I feel like this comes out a lot for Capricorn because Capricorn is that go energy, that I will persevere, that I will push through whatever obstacle to get to the top of the mountain. That's Capricorn, right? But is it possible that you're doing something the same old way and expecting a new result? Because that's what's coming out really strongly with the World card. So if you feel like your abilities are not working, or you're not able to tap into your spiritual abilities, or you're not able to use your abilities without your counterpart energy, the idea here could be do something a different way. And most likely it's going to be the belief system. Knight of Swords, freedom, liberation, coming out for the Seven of Earth, where he's grounded, where he's centered. Go back to what you know. Go back to what you already know. Seven of Swords, ascension, leveling up. There's disbelief coming out as well. I feel like you're looking to others for answers, and Spirit is going to be the only one that can give you the answers that you need. Five of Pentacles is on the bottom, and it does say it's okay to ask for help, Capricorn. All right, guidance. Don't let your past hold you back. It's the South Node. And on the bottom, you and your loved ones are safe. New Moon in Cancer. That's my favorite card in that Moonology Oracle. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, make sure to tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we're going to move on to the air signs. Oh, we're getting to the end of it, guys. The last three. All right, let's start with Gemini. Let's do 134.30 for Gemini. And this is going to be for January 4th through the 10th. We do have Mars and Venus Cazimi happening. The last time this happened, guys, it's not like it's really common. It's actually kind of rare. Last time it happened was February 2024. So where were you February 2024? I could give you a clue. Gemini, the Ace of Air comes out. That's your card. New clarity, new understanding, freedom, liberation. Knowledge is challenge or obstacle. I was about to say with that Ace of Air, I felt like overflow of information. So that's interesting that the knowledge card is coming out on your challenge or obstacle. There's something that you don't know. maybe you haven't learned it yet. Maybe it's being kept from you, but there's definitely something you don't know. All right, and then we have the Two of Water. Ooh, that's like Two of Cups energy. This is with a partnership. This is with someone that you're very intimate with. The picture itself, I'm using Dreams of Gaia. Two of Water is a very intimate card. All right, potential outcome, wisdom. So if something happens, I mean, pretty easy, clear, cut and dry. Gemini, something happens with a partnership, a very intimate partnership, where some knowledge is kept from you or you just don't know it yet. You haven't learned it yet. This is the week that you learn it, right? The outcome is that major arcana in Dreams of Gaia, the wisdom card. It looks like the hermit. He's holding up the light, the lantern. So it's like, oh, you see something in the dark. You can finally see something for what it is. The major arcana emotions out of Dreams of Gaia is going to be on the bottom. Very possible that this is hidden emotions that will be brought to the surface. Could be a lot of communication with that Ace of Swords as well. All right, Gemini, let's pull out some clarifiers. Magical Crystal Unicorn Tarot. The Strength card comes out for your Ace of Swords. Six of Swords says that you're being guided to calmer waters. Five of Swords says there could be some disagreements and someone could walk away. And Eight of Swords is going to be your potential outcome. So you're going to break free from some self-restriction. You've been telling yourself you can't do something and you're going to find it out. All right, Ten of Swords is on the bottom. It does say you bring a completion to a painful life cycle. All right, Gemini, I'm going to pull Moonology. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I do think that this is an emotional week for you. Even though we've seen a lot of sword energy, that Strength card, Leo energy, was the first to come out. You're going to have to face something very challenging. A new start is coming. A new moon is here. Capricorn new moon, guys, does come in at the end of January. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I'm strongly picking up some Capricorn energy as well. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly. We're going to move right on to Libra. There's something about that lesson learned card. Two of Water and Dreams of Gaia. It's very much like Two of Cups, but stronger. All right, Libra, let's timestamp. Let's do 138.53. 138.53. The threes are sticking out to me. We are looking at the week of January 4th through the 10th, and you do have the Mars and Venus kiss in front of the sun happening this week. So masculine and feminine energy coming together one way or another. Let's see how it plays out for Libra. Dreams of Gaia. Energy of the week, we have the Eight of Air. Challenge or obstacle, we have the Perception card. Lesson learned, we have the Self card. And the Hero is going to be your potential outcome. The Zero Choice Major Arcana is on the bottom. So I do feel like you're at this energy where you have some really important choice to make. I think that balance is going to be your energy of the week. Balance when it comes to overgiving. Perception is your challenge or obstacle because you're struggling to see where you're overgiving or where someone's not matching your effort. Lesson learned is the Self card, understanding that you have to put the mask on first. You can't help anyone if you yourself are depleted. And the Hero is the outcome. I think that hero card may play out differently for many of you Libras. I think for the ones of you that this is about you overgiving and you becoming depleted, the hero is going to be you choosing yourself. The hero is going to be you filling your cup so that you don't become depleted, so that you are overflowing, so that you can give that overflowing abundance to others, so that you can help others. And for some of you Libras, maybe just a few of you out there, you help somebody do something that they didn't expect you to do. You give of yourself in a way that they didn't expect you to do. And it's almost like they see you as a hero. Someone who comes in and saves the day. All right, let's look at the Eight of Air. We have Ace of Pentacles, a new offer, a new path, a new beginning. Perception, we have Ace of Cups, overflow of emotion. I think you were just too closely involved, so you're not able to see something. The Strength card coming out for the Self, again, Leo energy, major arcana, and Rider-Waite. It is difficult for you to pick yourself, to choose yourself, to self-care, to nurture, to not run yourself ragged. All right, the hero is King of Wands. Being courageous enough to take passionate action. I want to say that this, like I said, for a few of you, this may be about someone else. For most of you, this is about you being courageous enough to put yourself first. All right, Libra, Moonology for guidance. Emotions are running high. It's the super moon. And one more turned over, so I'm going to read it. Be bold and make the first move. It's the cardinal moon. Adjustments are required was on the bottom. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Libra. I hope that reading was helpful. All right, guys, we have made it. We've made it to the end. We have the last one, Aquarius, next. I'm glad that those came out so smoothly. Libra has important decisions to make. It's choosing themselves. All right. Next week, I'll be live on Tuesday and Thursday again, of course. But for love and astrology, on Tuesday, we're going to be looking at the week of the 11th through the 17th. And in that week, Venus is going to move into Aquarius. So we're going to talk about that energy on Tuesday, how that shows up for everybody. I'll break down the rising signs. And then I'm also on Tuesday, guys, going to give you a sneak peek into the 2026 Venus retrograde in Scorpio. It is happening later in the year, but we're going to talk about it probably several times before it gets here. Guys, if you remember last Venus retrograde, let's see, Venus retrograde, I believe it was in Leo, summer of 23. I had Kundalini awakening. And I do believe that this Venus retrograde happening in Scorpio is going to be even more powerful than that one. Yeah. So, like I said, we'll talk about it several times before it gets here so we can be ready, prepared. But a little bit of a sneak peek energy Tuesday night with love and astrology. All right, Aquarius. Didn't forget about you. Last one, 145.22, because I seen it on the time. This is going to be for January 4th through the 10th. And again, you have Venus and Mars meeting in front of the Sun this week, causing a Mars and Venus cazimi. So let's see how that plays out for Aquarius. January 4th through the 10th, we have the Journey card coming out. It is giving like fork in the road. You have a very important decision to make. 9 of air is coming out in your challenges or obstacle. And there's that masculine feminine card we've been seeing all night. Comes out for lesson learned, strong twin flame journey. And 7 of air coming out for your potential outcome. Destiny is on the bottom. Wow, Aquarius. It's like we saved all the cards for Aquarius. All right, I do have to go look up the 7 of air because what? All right, let me see. Air. All right, 7 of air, keyword spirituality, religion, kindness. It's the spirituality. It's giving strong twin flame. I mean, you got the journey card, you got the masculine feminine card, you got the spirituality card. But you do have the 9 of air, which is clarity and understanding in your challenges or obstacle. So Aquarius, this week you may get some major lessons on what type of spiritual awakening journey you're having. You may get some massive downloads on twin flame energy. What does that mean for you? What is the belief system that you have? I think it's possible that the belief system may change. And then you're going to have an important decision to make. All right, let's clarify. The Journey card, we have King of Swords coming out right away. It could have something to do with speaking truth, being authentic. That's what it is. It's seeing the truth of a situation. We have Temperance coming out. So you are healing and you're still working through this healing journey. Temperance is very slow moving energy. You could be trying to rush something. 5 of Cups comes out for masculine, feminine, and that's what you're trying to rush. You haven't alchemized the journey. You met somebody. They shook your foundation. They shook it to the point that it crumbled, and you had to rebuild from the bottom up. And it takes time. But it's also possible that you've been focused on the loss. Maybe the loss of this person, the loss of this relationship, the loss of your expectations, what you thought it was going to be. But your focus should be what you gained. Your focus should be what you gained. That's the alchemy. The 7 of air, you have 8 of Cups. So it's definitely about leaving old belief systems behind. 4 of Wands is on the bottom. 11, firm foundation, union. I could be talking to Aquarius that comes into inner union. It's like you find your inner balance. You realize the purpose, the meaning, the reasoning. All right, guidance. You are good enough. It's full moon in Virgo. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. And bottom of the deck, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Guys, that's it. That's going to be all 12 signs. If the readings pulled out your heartstrings, please make sure to tap that like button for me, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for my moderator ladies who came in and helped me keep the timestamp. Vanessa over on Facebook. Thank you. I'm so glad I got to see everyone who popped in. I appreciate you guys. Again, I hope the readings were helpful. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, and I will see everyone most likely Tuesday night, 11 Astrology. We'll talk about Venus moving into Aquarius, and I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of Venus retrograde for 2026. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone. And of course,